Most of my life consisted of me being very lazy, not being disciplined, not doing the hard work that was required of me to do. That's why a big part of my life was one of the main reasons for a big part of my life I felt unfulfilled, not really proud of myself, not really confident because I had not no proof that I deserved to be confident. I had no skill that I truly mastered or came even close to mastering or even worked my way to mastering it outside of video games. But recently, it's all drastically changed. Over the last 1.5 years, I've been investing a lot of time into working even harder, training my mind and body so they can resist a lot of punishment. And not in a weird way, but just productive days. Train my mind and body to be able to work hard for longer hours. Not only on my business, but also on my body, on my martial arts skills, or to learn better, and all those things. Because I truly find that hard work is one of the most important things in our lives as men. I think I wouldn't want to be friends with another man who doesn't work hard or who doesn't actually at least aspire to constantly work harder than he's like currently doing. Who doesn't constantly strive to improve his discipline, who doesn't constantly strive to improve his work rate and productivity. I think a man who does such things, a man who's actually working on those things, those are the type of men I want to be friends with. So in this video, I want to give you a few tactics that just help me to maximize how hard I work. The first one is utilize the silent hours, utilize the dark hours. And right now it's 4 a.m. 5 a.m. It's still dark outside, as you can see. All my videos are recorded when it's still dark outside. You can see my face because I have a light here, a table lamp here. But it's still dark. Everyone in my family still asleep. Most people in my country are still asleep. The only people that are already awake are people that are trying to go to work now, or people that's like crackheads that stayed up late. But most people in my country and city, there's a time when they're asleep. And the reason why I started using this method, was because I have school. I'm also a student, so at 6 a.m., 6:15, I have to start preparing for school. And I stay in school for 8-10 hours a day. So when I come back from school, my ability to be productive has been drastically reduced. Drastically reduced. I've sometimes worked after school, but I'm not even close to as productive as I am now. Because I've already gone through so many things throughout my day. I've already been in that system for 8 to 10 hours. So my brain is already pretty fried. But right now, I just woke up. I just took a cold shower and I'm fresh. I woke up at 4 a.m. I took a cold shower, and from 4:20 to now, for the last 46 minutes, I've been just working, scripting, brainstorming some videos that can truly help you. If I tried to wait after school, bro, I'm not sure I would have done it at all. And if I had, I wouldn't even be close to as productive as I am now. I started using this method 1 year ago, or a little bit more than 1 year ago. But the first thing I did wasn't working. I was training first thing in the morning. At the time, I didn't have a business yet. I didn't start this channel yet. So what I did is I woke up, and the first thing I did is train. Because I had wrestling after school, I had like Olympic wrestling after school. I didn't have much time to actually train after school. That's why I decided to train before school at 4 a.m. But if you truly, if you still have work and school and you don't really like it, you just do it because you're kind of forced to. Use the hours, those hours that can't and comfortable to use. Use those silent hours when no one can disturb you, where you can invest your time in without any struggles, and you still are pretty fresh to do those things. If fitness is your priority and you find out after work you don't have much time, which I don't really think, or you are very low in energy after work, why not just come back from work, quickly eat and go to sleep and wake up 2 hours earlier so that you can train? And of course, I'm not trying to promote, oh yeah, wake up early or something that's super cool. No, I wake up early just because it works well for me. But if you find that it will also be more convenient for you, why not try it out? If you could, some people, I think some people out there can also relate to this, that they pretty much they kind of like this vibe of being up early. I always kind of find this vibe pretty fun, and I always like going to bed pretty early. So that's worked for me. For some people, for a lot of people, it will be different. For a lot of people, they can't really imagine waking up this early, and it's okay. But it's just a tactic that you can maybe consider using, because I'm way more productive thanks to this tactic. Because I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. and I work before I start doing anything else. I take my cold shower and then I work, and I do before I start doing anything else, before I even start training, I do my work, because it's the most important thing in my life. And I want to do it when I'm still fresh mentally and physically. The second one is make a timetable, make a calendar. So you can still work hard when you just go with the flow and you just do whatever you feel like doing at the time, but you won't work even close to as hard as you could when you actually manage your time, when you intentionally manage your time, when you just know, okay, from this time to this time, I'm doing this task, then I'm doing this task from this time to this time, then I'm doing this task from this time to this time, then I'm having this meal, then I'm doing this, then I'm doing this, then I'm doing this. You are going to be way more productive, because automatically our body just loves routine, our mind just loves routine. So even if you haven't created one, automatically over time your body will start to create its own routine very often. But when you create your own, you're actually able to maximize, like to truly optimize it to your potential. I just find this trick so powerful, the timetable. I wake up at, so my daily routine is basically, I know it's in my head. So on the weekend, I wake up at 4 a.m., I'll take a cold shower, and from 4 to like 4:15 to 6:15, I'm working. So I try to record 3 videos every morning. Then from 6:15 to 9, I'm training. So it's cardio, running, mostly running, like cardio, strength training every day, and martial arts, a lot of shadow boxing, a lot of shadow boxing. So on some days I won't necessarily go until 9 a.m., but on some days I will. And some days I will go train until 8:15, 8:30. Then I take a warm shower where I really wash my body and everything. Then I either work on my offer or start learning from 9 to 11. From 11:30 I have my first meal. And then from 11:30 to literally 6 p.m. I just learn, read books, watch some informational podcasts about my business and masculinity and all those things that I find interesting. And I will usually have dinner around 5 p.m. And then from 6 to 7, I have my night routine. So I do things like some breath work, stretching, brushing my teeth again, all those things. I also do meditation and gratitude journaling and my morning routine after 9 a.m. So before I work on my offer. So that's basically it. You should be able to know your daily routine in your head, ingrained in your head like that. Like you should be able to do that. It shouldn't be a struggle to just say your daily routine out loud. It should be ingrained in your mind. I think anyone can benefit from doing this. So every single hour of my day is kind of planned. And of course, on some days I don't follow it to the dot. Of course, Of course, on some days something will happen. On some days I will just be less productive. On some days I will just do some random shit on YouTube. Of course, it will happen very often. The days where I do 100% of that routine are rare. But I will often do 50% of it. I will often do 60%. And at least the morning part of it, I will always do it. So it's a lot of progress from when I think back to the time I couldn't even do 1 hour, or I followed this routine for 1 hour a day. Like, I couldn't even do 1 hour of this routine for a day. But the fact that I made so much progress now makes me very proud. But yeah, just start freely, make your own calendar. I use Google Calendar, I can quickly show it to you. I use Google Calendar. I like Google Calendar because you can like add colors to each time block. I just find it fun. So that's what it looks like, you know, it looks cool. It looks very cool. So I just have a color for like around each task, each like for work is green, for training is red. I like training red because like blood. For learning and thinking, it's purple. Yeah. So yeah, really try it out. It's very, very good. Very, like, one of the most powerful productivity tools you can use. Just make a daily routine. Just plan your day. The third one is keep learning. It's very easy to work very hard on something and still not progress. It's very easy to invest hours and hours and hours into your business and still not progress. It's still very easy to train for hours and hours and hours and not see much progress. And often the reason why is ignorance. You don't know enough. You're working hard, but not on the right things or not in the right way. And that's why you're not seeing progress. Right now, I'm recording 2 videos a morning, but every morning I'm not necessarily seeing that much progress. And that's why I'm researching on the side, so that I can actually see progress and combine knowledge with hard work, so that my channel and this movement can grow. But right now, of course, I'm not seeing progress, not because I need to invest even more hours into recording videos anymore. I would record 3 videos a day. But I need to expand my knowledge. I need to become more wise when it comes to this to my business, to my work. That's why the channel is not growing now. And you need to have this level of humility, thinking, yeah, if something's not growing, if I'm not progressing on something, that's on me, not anyone else. And for a long time, I used to deny this. I used to think the reason why my channel is not growing is because the algorithm gods are against me. Maybe I didn't get lucky with algorithm. Maybe there's some people that get a little bit more lucky than me with the algorithm. Maybe. But even if, in what way does it serve me to think like that? It doesn't serve me at all. It doesn't help me at all to think like that. Think, oh yeah, the algorithm didn't help me. There's still things that I could have done better. Making better titles, especially that. Because titles and topics play a big part in getting more impressions. That's why I've been really focusing artistically on titles recently, because I realized impressions are my current constraints. My videos are not shown to enough people. So I've realized, yeah, this is the constraint. And I've just realized it because I've learned from people that have way better channels on the same niche as me. That's basically it. I just learned. And then after I learned for a long time, I realized what my constraint was and what I was supposed to work on. So I've started working on it. And over the future, you will see. You will see. Maybe by the time this video has been uploaded, it's already started. But you will start seeing a momentum being created for this channel. You will start seeing it grow exponentially. Not only because I work really hard, but also because I have the humility to learn from others that have achieved more than me. So work hard, but keep learning, because it's very painful when you're working extremely hard on something, but you're not seeing progress, and it's only happening because of ignorance. Sometimes it's just because yes, it's part of the process. On something, it's definitely part of the process. Fast progress is definitely relative. So sometimes it's really, really just part of the process. You should just wait. But sometimes it's possible that you just throwing stones at the wall, and that's why you're not seeing any progress. So keep learning. The last one will be a quick one. Be competitive. It's very likely that you, in your work or different things in life, you're unconsciously, without even thinking about it, kind of competing with others. Sometimes you have that friend that you go to the gym with, and when you're training together, you don't just saying it to him, but you're kind of competing with him. You're kind of trying to impress him. I have a guy in my wrestling club, and I'm stronger than him, but he's a very strong guy still. He's very impressive in strength. He's like after me, he's the strongest physically in the whole wrestling thing. And he's like when I say he's very strong, he's just very impressive. And automatically, the only day I trained with him, bro, we didn't say anything about being competitive, but you could see it in the way we trained. You could see it in our eyes. When we saw one putting a lot of weights in one machine, we would try to put at least a little bit more. And you see next set, he puts a little bit more, and then the next set I put a little bit more. And of course, it's not necessarily healthy. We could have, like, if we weren't careful, we could have hurt ourselves by trying to kind of ego lift. We still use very good form, don't worry. So we didn't, but still, we could have hurt ourselves if we, but it became even dumber if you like went too far. But it was a very fun time, and it forced me to work super hard because. And that day, I didn't plan to train that hard. I planned to like kind of train, okay, not train too hard, not to push myself too hard. But when he said, yeah, we went on a run together. Like before going to the gym of my wrestling club, we always have to run 5K. We ran a 5K, so we ran that 5K together. And then we were at the gym, and then we trained together. And we had a lot of fun, but it was very competitive. And if it wasn't that competitive, it wouldn't have been that fun. If I hadn't trained with them, I would have trained like a pussy that day. And it would have been kind of an okay-ish training. But he pushed me to train even harder. Even in business, you can find people that can push you like that. So yeah, I really hope you got right from this video. If you're interested in my discipline program, then click the first thing in the description so you can see if you could fit forward. Don't worry, friends, comfort. Chase it.